Welcome everybody to another episode of the Pondcast. My name is Draco, and my co-host, Guren.
Hello.
And we're bringing to you another rumor review. This one is called Rollcall. Now, I want to start off by saying, please make sure that you treat this as a rumor and nothing more. Nothing is ever confirmed until it is confirmed by official sources such as Pokemon.com or news sites like Serbi.net. And with that, let's get into this rumor. So, on 4chan, someone just threw up an entire list of 66 Pokemon. And we're going to take them in groups as we can kind of see them to see what we're working with and our takes on some of these names. Going to apologize ahead of time. There's going to be a lot of mispronunciation, and I am sorry. Starting off, we've got Spriggatito, Mulidon, and Flegruso, which is grass, and grass steel. This is still following the general trend of everyone pushing for Spriggatito to be grass steel. And I kind of like it, but I'm still thinking it's going to be grass dark, personally. But I think it's a cool concept for grass steel.
It would be because like it's a cat more or less, and then I don't know how they're going with the entire evolution line. But I mean, big grass tiger would be really cool to have as well. As long as it's on 4 legs, because a lot of people are hoping it stays quadrupedal and not go to bipedal.
Yeah, but it's gonna tank to fire types, which brings us to Fuecoco. Then you have Ordroco and Conquerco. Interesting names. And this one's going against the grain. They're saying it's gonna go from fire to fire to fire fairy, where most people are thinking it's gonna be fire ghost. Fire Fairy brings a whole host of just weaknesses. I'm actually not a fan of this combination, but it's interesting. I'll give you that.
As far as like a typing combination, I think it would be the first one to be Fire Fairy, so that's not, that would be good in its own way because it's the first, but you're not wrong about the things it's going to be weak against. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a list. I mean, it's resistant to a lot, but it's weak to a lot of common stuff, and so yeah, that's going to be rough. Speaking of week 2 common stuff, Quaxly. Then you have Aquanard and Gisir. So you're going to go from water to water flying to water fighting. So water fighting from water flying, which is kind of funny because that means that the stage 2 Pokemon is going to be stronger against the stage 3 version of itself.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they did it to one Pokemon and they can do it again to another, so I wouldn't put it past it to happen, but it's just weird to see it go from like pure water to water flying then to water fighting. Like if it was water flying for like the first 2 stages and then it went to water fighting, then okay, but it's kind of odd. In a way, I do see it becoming like an evolution, Darwin evolution kind of thing. Like maybe it just kind of like evolved to adapt into a form where it's like, hey, I don't need to fly anymore. I can just become a fighting type and beat the crud out of it.
Moving on, you have Clovertone, Carnival, and Reincarnate. Grass Fairy, Grass Ghost. So another setting where you've got what appears to be one type of Pokemon going into 2 different transitions. And I'm kind of curious on the legitimacy of this, just because that is such a unique take, but at the same time, it's something that GameFreak would do.
This is true. Like, the thing that pops up to me, like, when I first hear this is the Nincada line, right? Like, well, in this case, it's a little bit different because you get 2 Pokemon for 1. But who knows? Maybe that's another case here. Maybe you get 2 of these Pokemon for 1 evolution, Otherwise, yeah, it could be a split evolution kind of thing, which I'm down for because it seems, in terms of like where it is on the list, right? This is probably an early game Pokemon, or it would be an early game Pokemon. So it's like, oh, okay, so early game Pokemon, and then we get a different version depending on however the mechanics work for this one.
Actually, that's a really good thought, considering that one of the speculations is that you're going to be able to type change. So seeing such a vast difference between stage 2 and stage 3, that actually makes some sense. The next set is Trundlebug, Plumago, and Telemoth, bug normal types. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, we don't have that combination of bug normal, That would be another first of its kind. But with a name like Telemoth, I would have expected a psychic typing.
Or electric, but that's just me though.
Boogie, boogie, boogie.
Because I'm thinking telephone for some reason. That was the first thing that popped in my mind.
Yeah, but I mean, whereas
Psychic,
Ghost normal
however,
actually is a
that opens
pretty
up a big
huge door of weaknesses.
not too many
so,
weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Not
as
too many
weird as it is,
resistance,
I could
but
actually
an
see
immunity
this type and everything else
much
gets
better.
normal damage.
It's for bug normal. Like the typing that will be neutral for it, I'm assuming like the first thing that pops in my head is fighting, because it's like, oh, bug types are resistant to fighting and normal is weak to fighting. So then like you're putting these two together now, it's like, oh, okay, so that fighting typing advantage and / disadvantage has become neutral. I guess that's something. So that was like the unique to me when I saw this typing list for this one.
I'd actually like to see what would happen if you had a bug normal ghost type with Trick or Treat.
Normal ghost type with Trick or Treat. If this happens, I guess we'll know who's going to test it out.
Yeah, most likely me. I'll find a way to. If that, but that is if Pumpkaboo is in this dex.
Oh yeah, true.
Moving in, we have Flint, Smitherat, and Balefree. So I'm thinking this may be our rodent. Oh no, never mind. It's fire flying. Wait a minute, that's no rodent.
It's a flying rodent. You know that's possible. It could be like a flying squirrel kind of deal, right?
It's a bat.
Or what's that one animal from that previous video that we did?
Oh, sugar glider.
Yeah. Maybe it could be similar to that.
Could be, but I mean, the fact the last one is Smitherat. Their second one is Smitherat. That's why I went, oh, it's a rodent. And then I saw flying. I was like, wait a minute. I mean, think about maybe a fire bat. That would be kind of neat. We don't have a lot of bat Pokemon.
Yeah, I just wonder why it has rat in its name. But then again, because Belfry does also give off like vampiric / bat vibes as well. So it could be a fire. Yeah, it could be like some kind of fire bat.
Belfry, bats in the Belfry. Yeah, I could. Yeah, that could be a bat. The next one is Perogue and Lowborn, which anybody who's a fan of fantasy type stories will know that Lowborn usually is poor, the poor populace, not usually nobility. Perogue, rogue, usually thieves, which normally stem from the lower ends of society. So being a dark type, I roll with this. Pure dark type too.
Yeah, definitely. My only concern is because how I first read this, it's Perogue and then it turns into Lowborn. Granted, it's not an evolution line, but it's two separate Pokemon. Because like when I see the words Perogue, I think per, so I'm thinking like cat, right? And then Lowborn, Lobo, I think is like what, wolf in Spanish or something, right? And that's like a dog, right? So if it's not an evolution line, it could be two separate Pokemon. And if the version exclusive thing is what we're possibly going into for this generation, this could be like two different version exclusive Pokemon for the game, right?
I like that thought. That is a really good thought.
And it kind of plays on with what you're saying earlier, because you know Lowborn is like somebody born lower on the society scale, and then Perogue is, well, usually that's what would probably happen to somebody born there, right? They'd probably lead to like the whole rogue aspect, or like the shadier parts of the city kind of thing, jobs. So I think that could be one thing or one way to look at it.
Melosis, fighting type. It's a pure fighting type, which I don't know how many pure fighting types we have these days. Normally they get mixed with other things. But true. I mean, it looks alright. It gets the immunity to Ghost, but then you've got its own slew of weaknesses, and then it resists as well.
Wait, so fighting have immunity to Ghost?
Yeah, fighting and normal are immune to Ghost, but Ghost is also immune to fighting and normal.
Oh, okay.
It's a two-way immunity.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what makes normal, Ghost, Dark such a powerful typing, because you're now only weak to Fairy. You're immune to fighting, Ghost, normal, and psychic attacks.
Okay. So what I wanted to add on is when I saw the word Melosis, like when you read it out, the first thing that popped into my mind is molasses, and then since it's like Colossus also put into there, I was just imagining this huge pile of molasses together.
It's a muck with a black belt.
Yeah, it's literally a sugary muck with a black belt. Oh my god.
Yeah, we have issues. Moving on. Climbback and Sierram, both ground types. Again, nothing special there. I'm actually okay with this.
Pure ground. Pure grounds. We don't.
Yeah.
We have a few. Definitely some Gen 1s too. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm.
Following this up with Signet and Olord, water dark type, which I don't think we have too many of. Nope. We got 7.
Trying to think of
Well,
who they.
technically 4.
Wait, who are our water?
Carolina, Sharpedo,
Yes.
Proudhont, and Greninja.
That's right. How can I forget those? Those are all good Pokemon. Oh,
Yep.
man.
Solid typing, a lot of go-tos. I mean, again, its own listing of weaknesses, but still, a lot of fan favorites are in that particular pool, so...
Very true.
Then moving over, we've got Gekogel and Surveilize, both psychic. I'm thinking these are going to be themed with either private eyes or surveillance equipment. Like, this is going to be our inanimate object Pokemon.
Oh, I was actually thinking lizard, like gecko. only because like for like Gekogel, I'm just thinking a gecko with goggles, kind of thing, and then surveils. Like I'm just imagining like a gecko just clung to your wall, just staring at you, or staring at its prey.
All right. You know what? I'm out. I'm done here. I'm done. You're going to lead off because I totally missed that too. That's it. You're leading off. You're catching these better than I am because I like that one better.
I can definitely see the inanimate object thing going as well, because like it would, I think, make sense.
I mean, I think surveillance. I'm thinking cameras. You see gecko. It's like, nope, that's a lizard. Moving into the next one, Genuruto and Generai, both electric. What are your thoughts? Because I'm going to be totally off the mark here.
Definitely, I think the word generator is definitely the first thing that pops to my mind for both of these names. Generai, because, well, generator literally spelled that way before, until, you put the I there. And then Genaruto, I don't know, for some reason, I'm just thinking like, oh, that is the Spanish way to say generator. But that's probably not the case. But that was just my line of thought.
Yeah, see, now that's what I was going to kind of say, but no. Totally agree with you. All right, let's see. The next one up is Yamar Radha,
Could also
fire typing.
because when you're pronouncing it right, I'm thinking, wait, is it really pronounced that way? Because like for some odd reason, I was thinking Lamarada, and I was like, it's gonna be a fire llama. Let's go. And then I'm like, wait, that's not how you spell llama, Glenn.
God, we're a mess. Yamarada, pure fire type. I can't pull anything from this, but...
I mean, like, I can't pull anything from this unless it is a llama, but other than that, I can't think of anything for it either.
At least you already have the duck, so you can do llama llama duck.
This is true. Llama duck.
I am now gonna get so much hate mail. I just crammed the song into a whole bunch of people's heads. Moving forward, we're gonna see what looks to be our new regional evolution. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Polysage. Grass, and Grass Psychic, which would counter the Cantonian version of the Poliwag line of being water into water fighting.
This is true. And the pure grass typing as well. So, okay. I was thinking along the lines of like, if this is gonna be it, will it still keep its frog properties? But then I thought about it like, wait, no, Politoad is the only frog technically out of the 3, even though like they're kind of based off of like baby frogs, but because of the whole world's on their stomach or whatever. But yeah, okay, grass typing. That's kind of interesting, actually. I would love to see it.
Well, I mean, in Puerto Rico we have tree frogs, so I totally buy it. We've got these little frogs that are super tiny that make a big noise, and you only find them out in the woods, out in the forests. Not really in water, but they just kind of chill out in the trees.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool to see too then, actually. Yeah. You know what? Mm-hmm. I accept this. If this is real, I want to see it.
The next one is Sardonyx, fire ground type. Now, I didn't get a chance to look at this particular list. when one of our Discord members had brought it up and asked if this was possibly an Onyx Evo. And the more I think about it, the more it fits.
Yeah. Huh.
It would actually counter Steelix.
Which is weird, because with at least this being a fire typing as well, like they're both going to be weak against ground.
It wouldn't be the first time.
And Sardonyx, since it's also part fire, it's definitely going to take 4 times damage from water type moves compared to Steelix, if any.
True.
But yeah, I didn't even think about that at first either. Like, I read the word Sardonyx and I was thinking snake though for sure, but not as an Onyx. That's a good point to bring up. A regional variant for Onyx, but it has no evolution. Oh wait, yeah, it has no evolution. Huh.
Well, this might evolve from an Onyx.
Oh yeah, or it could evolve from an Onyx. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what it's not?
What?
It's not Crystal Onyx.
Oh. hit it where it hurts, everybody. No Crystal Onyx
Yep.
yet. Pokemon Company, make it happen, please.
Moving over to Dugong, Water Ghost type. Now, we've seen Water Ghost a lot. I wasn't expecting Dugong to be on a list. I didn't necessarily expecting Dugong to be on anybody's list.
If it has to do with like the whole thing of like how dugongs are what sailors confuse with mermaids or whatever, like that whole like story behind it, then I can see it having the ghost typing. Other than that though, dugong getting more love, I'm good with it too.
I mean, it joins the rank of Jellicent and Frillish, and it's nice to see more of the less loved combinations, because Water Ghost is actually a fairly decent typing combo, but we only have had, what, 2? I think it's in the Legends Arceus one, actually.
Oh, the Basculegion. Oh.
Yeah, Basculegion. I knew there was another one.
Is that really it? I feel like there's one more, though. Oh, okay. Oh, whatever.
No, this typing gets almost no love.
Yeah, totally then. Let's go. Please let it have the Pokedex entry where it's like sailors often mistaking this dugong to be a mermaid.
The next one, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to lose hope. I hope for this. Dune Spear, Dragon Bug.
Yes.
You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yes. Finally, a dragon bug type.
No. Follow me here. Dune Spear has a name that sounds like Dune Spear.
Dune Spear.
Dunsparce.
Wait, that's a bug type?
Dunsparce? Well, Dunsparce was a normal type, but it looks like a bug.
Ah.
But Dune Spear, Dragon Bug type, I'm just sitting here like, man, that would be an awesome evolution to Dunsparce.
That would be a big type change too then, if it's like a normal type as well. If that becomes an evolution for Dunsparce, I'm down. I think everyone's been waiting for it. Sorry, everybody's been waiting for a Dunsparce evolution, so I'm down.
And it's in the middle of a whole bunch of other generations with evolutions. So I don't think this is a new Pokemon. I think this is an already existing Pokemon.
Dunsparce evolution, everybody wants one. Let's go.
The next one, Sudowoodo, Steel typing. This kind of gives me the cell phone vibes, the cell phone tower vibes. If you look at the current cell phones, the towers, they've started making them look more and more like trees to kind of blend in with natural settings when you're out in the woods driving.
We have something similar. They tried to make ours look like one of those palm trees on one of the freeways when you're passing by. Like, I always looked at it, I'm like, that is definitely a fake tree, but what is it for? Like, I didn't think it was going to be a cell phone tower. It could be a cell phone tower. If that is the case, then they did a pretty good job making it look like a palm tree.
But yeah, they'll make them look like trees to blend into the natural surroundings so they're not such an eyesore. So Sudowoodo being steel type makes a lot of sense with this, since Sudowoodo is a fake looking tree.
Yeah, I
like where this right here won my heart for as far as originality goes for rumors.
So in that regard, then the next one on the list, Polestar, you think it could be like an evolution to it? Because
Yeah.
it is electric steel, so
Yeah, electric steel Polestar. Yeah, I could see it. I could definitely see it.
that would be pretty cool then. I would love to see that. It just gets bigger.
The next one here is interesting. Wellstash, Water Ground, and I kind of getting Whiscash feelings from this.
Cash? So maybe like an evolution to Wish Cash?
Maybe.
I would be down for it, I think. Because wasn't there like one of the latest rumors as well that people are speculating it's a water ground type that's going to get a variant or something. And I think a Wishcash was like one of the mons on that list.
Potentially, yeah.
So if that is the case, this could be what it is. Wellstash does have that mustache, like most catfish. Keeping the water ground typing, that would definitely not change its typing as a regional. I guess it'd be more of a regional evolution than it is a regional variant, but
We've had a regional evolution before, so it wouldn't be different.
But did its typing still change, or did it stay the same? Psychic normal, I think.
So that one just had an addition to the psychic typing to an as it evolved. It didn't lose anything. But we're talking about a Pokemon that already had 2 typings to begin with.
It's keeping the 2 typings for regional evolution. But if it is the case, then I'm still down for it. I mean, Wishcash getting another evolution is not what I was expecting. And if it happens, then okay, cool. That's another water ground type to use.
Well, Crobat would technically fall into this category if you think about it. Crobat didn't get an evolution until didn't come out until later, and it kept its typing.
That's true.
The same thing happened with Slowpoke and Slowking. I think they were both water psychic.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I could be wrong.
No, I think that's right, because Slowbro is still water psychic as well. So
Magnezone was another one. Hitmontop was added later on. Lickalily is another one I can think of. So, I mean, we've had examples of Pokemon getting another evolution in a different generation. So, this being a third to that combo works for me.
Okay, I can see it. Yeah. All right, then.
So, this episode ran a little long, and we decided to break up the episode into 2 parts. So, stay tuned for episode 2, which will drop on a regular scheduled day, and hopefully you'll enjoy the rest of this as much as Guren and I had looking it over. Thank you.